Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. I am Brandon Kel B. Antinero, and I am here because I am tasked to discuss about this one very common assessment, which is matching type assessment. I know you already have an idea about this matching type assessment, but I am here and allow me to discuss to you about what is matching type assessment. I know there are some data nga akong ma-explain sa inyo nga that could help you on understanding what is matching type assessment, because there are things we need to know in this matching type assessment. Now, let's discuss what is matching type assessment. So, matching type assessment or matching type test is an assessment that asks the test taker to match items in one column to corresponding items in another column. The item in the first column are called premises, and the answer in the second column are the responses. So, in other words, matching type assessment is composed only of two columns. The first column are the set of questions, and the second column are the set of answers. And the first column are called premises, and the second column is called responses. So let's take for example, give example here. Let's take for example, number 1, person who perform mysterious tasks no one understands, like that. So that is the questions. Then there are a set of responses: facilitator, trainer, instructional designer, marketing organizer, and a teacher. So these are the set of responses and these are the set of premises. And the premises can be a question and the responses are the answers. So matching type assessment is only composed of two columns. And matching type assessment is composed of two types, and there are perfect matching and imperfect matching. So these are the two types of matching type assessment. So the perfect matching. So perfect matching is referred to when the number of items in the premises column is equal to the number of items in the response column. So let's take for example in this picture. The column A is the number of items in column A is 1 to 10, and the column B has A to J. So in perfect match, it's stated that it must be equal. The column A is equal to column B, or the premises is equal to responses. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So which means that column A is equal to column B, or the premises is equal to responses. So we can consider that as a perfect match. How about imperfect match? So it's simply, imperfect match is when premises column has less items than the response column. So, in imperfect match, premises column has less. Gamay lang ang ato ang mga questions are given. And ang ato ang responses is daghan siya to distract our students. So, again, the two types of matching type assessment is perfect and imperfect matching. So, let's proceed. So, when to use matching type assessment? So, matching type questions are best used when you want to assess learners' ability to identify relationship or association between similar items, or they are ideal for testing recognition, recall, and understanding. So when we say matching type assessment is really good in our recognition, recall, and understanding. So it helps our brain to recognize, to recall, and to understand the premises and the responses. Nga, ay, And ang answer sa number 1, dili ang A. Kay ang B nag-ingon og inani ug ang C ato na siya pilian. Like, there are the comparison of answer. So, in that, there are comparison of understanding. And the best strategy to use is recognize or recall something nga makatabang sa imo ang sa pag-answer sa imong matching type assessment. So these are best for recognition, recalling, and understanding. Now, let's discuss on what is the purpose of this matching type assessment. So the purpose of this matching type assessment is to evaluate a student's ability to recognize, recall, and understand information, and to identify relationship between similar items. So what I said earlier is that the strength of this matching type assessment is really good in recognizing, recalling, and understanding information. It is because it is our brain to recognize, to recall, and to understand information to answer that matching type assessment. It's not best for constructing data or other form of assessment. So if you want to test the students' understanding of information and recognize and recalling skills, so you must use matching type assessment. Or if your students, so all of your students are weak in recognizing, recalling, and understanding information, so you must use this one in order to develop their recognition skills, recalling skills, and understanding information skills. So you must use this matching type assessment. So I think that's why teacher in elementary and high school uses matching type assessment. It is because they want to boost the recognition skills of their children, their learners. Because in recognition skills, the student may recall after graduating elementary. In high school, ay, mo man yung gitudot ni ma'am. Mo man yung nasa test paper ni ma'am. So like that. So, that is the strength, or this is the purpose of matching type assessment. Now, let's proceed. So, here are the advantages of using matching type assessment. First, easy to construct. Matching type questions are easy to write and grade. So, what advantages of using this matching type assessment is that teacher is, dili na kinigawan sa teacher na, muna siya, na perfect match, 1 to 10, pak, answer. Questions, irambol na niya diha. Like, dali na kayo siya i-construct. Pag-check, dahil mo kay A, C, D, B, E, G, H. Dahil pagka-check, dali na kayo na-checkan. Dahil dali na kayo na-graduhan. So, let's take for example, yung ka-question of 9. This children is best for recognition skills, recalling, and understanding. I must test her tomorrow. And to confirm na maayon siya. So, that is one of advantage of using matching type assessment. The second one, less guessing. Matching type question are less likely to be answered by guessing than other type of question. In matching type assessment, you need to understand mga God. There are the comparison of data nga, ay, anong kani siya dili mo match diri? Anong dili siya mo match diri? Naka-answer na katanan. And then sa imong 10, ang nabilin sa number 10 kay, what is the capital of what is the capital of the Philippines? Ang nabilin na lang dito kay Moscow. Oh, mali. So that's why less ang guessing any matching type assessment. This is one of the advantage of using matching type assessment. So let's proceed. Is the disadvantages. So one disadvantages of matching type assessment is that too many options. If there are too many options, the question may test the ability to search for the answer rather than the relevant knowledge. So one disadvantages of this one is that it gives a lot of options and the test the ability to search for the answer rather than relevant knowledge. You're just going to search asa yung answer diri. Then sa imong mga kanang mga importante gyud nga kan subjective siya. Consideration. So, consideration in creating matching type assessment. So, first, very important, specific direction. So, clearly state what the students need to match. Terms with definition ba na siya, historical with event dates ba na siya, like, you must indicate nga sa iyang imo ang kuan. Dapat imo ang direction is clear, and also you must state the direction kung saan siya pag-answer, because there are kuan nga ilang i-connect or ilang bang i-write ang letters sa before the number without blank, ilan lang naman, ilan na. So you must also to include that. Realistic options, including the distractors that are plausible but incorrect to prevent easy guessing. So also, matching type assessment is not that easy. You must need you need to make it hard na tanang ang mga distractor nga imong ibutang or imong ibutang sa responses, you must make it imperfect match. And ang katong imong ipangdungag is katong mga distractor na pareha mo pasok siya sa letter sa number 1, mo pasok siya sa number 2, inana. So you must realistic options kay if imo na siya iklaro kung man siya labot, eliminate, dili ra kayo. And also avoid obvious clue. So what I've said ganina, dili lang isuk ka ng clue o kanang itong obvious nga clue. You must make realistic options. Avoid using languages or formatting that gives away the correct answer. Unang hatagan mo sila o itong question na klaro la kay nga dili na siya answer na. So that is the thing you must also consider in constructing matching type assessment. So I think that's all. So that's all my report, matching type assessment. So thank you for watching and listening. I hope you learned something. Thank you.